Good evening, this is The Nerd is the Human, and welcome back to our AI-only historical battles on Rome Total War. But today, you join me on Barbarian Invasion for the Battle of Badon Hill in 516 AD. And this is an intriguing one because it is somewhat a mythical affair. Now, the battle itself actually did take place, but whether it is King Arthur is a different thing altogether. Now, we have looked at King Arthur before here on the channel. We played a Rome Total War campaign with the Britons, where I did quite a bit of modding to roleplay as King Arthur and his knights. Because the King Arthur knight story is very much a sort of late high medieval sort of era story with, yes, the Knights of the Round Table. Realistically, if it were to have taken place, it's most likely to be in this kind of an era here in 516, the 6th century, in that strained period after the Romans left. And, well, we had all those invasions from the likes of the Angles, the Saxons and the Jutes. The traditional Celts of the islands of Britannia would have gradually be pushed back. And, okay, this battle here is really about holding off the tide of all of these lads. The Loiger, the lost lands that the Celtic speak of, the lands that were lost to the Angles, the Saxons, the Jutes, the lands that would become England. Those are what's at stake here. Now, Badon Hill itself is supposed to be around Bath, which, if you're not really clear, isn't too far from the Welsh borders. And indeed, really, the heirs of King Arthur in this story would be the people of Wales and, to some extent, the people of Ireland too, the kind of more native population of the British Isles. But let's have a little look at our background to this battle here, and we'll have a little bit more look at the context as we go along. Although we have no proof of King Arthur's existence, his legend is enduring. The following battle is a recreation of a possible battle between a Romano-British warlord called Artorius and the Saxons. Artorius Castus Arthur, the leader of the Britons, is at war with the Saxon invaders of his land. If he fails, then the pagan Saxons will plunge the people of Britannia into a new dark age of cruelty and slaughter. Now, this is interesting in many ways because this battle itself is accounted by a 9th century monk called Nennius. He recounts 12 battles, this figure called Arthur. But yeah, that's 3-4 centuries later than this, so questionable how accurate that really is. There is a 6th century monk called Gildus who attributes this victory to Ambrosius Aurelianus, hence the kind of Romano-British element to the Arthur story. Now, whether it's Arthur or not, we're not really sure. There is a figure called Arthur referred to in some 6th century Welsh poem compendium, the Gofferdam, which suggests that Arthur is basically a benchmark for heroism in this age. So we know there's an idea of an Arthur, and I guess it just kind of gets put to this here battle where the Anglo-Saxons and the Jutes are held off by the heroic Celtic warlords. But we'll continue reading and get a bit more context for this battle. Artorius' ally, Lord Amalric, has chosen to make a stand against the Saxon mob on Badon Hill. Now he is surrounded by warriors baying for his blood. If he goes down, Artorius will have lost a friend and may have also lost his kingdom. With covering fire from nearby oranges, you should order Artorius' troops to ford or swim the river and then fight their way through the gathering darkness. Only speed and the courage of your men can save Amalric, rally the people of Britannia, and secure Artorius' throne. Now, we're going to head into the chosen army section, and we are, of course, taking on the Saxons. That makes total sense. Big pile of infantry, few archers, and they do have a bit of cavalry warlord here, but that's pretty much, yeah, all the cavalry we're going to have to deal with. As for our army, well, it's rather irritatingly set up here, it must be said. But we do have the Hounds of Kulan, which is rather marvellous. It's beautiful. We also got some of our monks here, because we're very much supposed to be seen as the, Christian force that's repelling against the pagans. But, okay, there are some Grail Knights, plenty of cavalry here. This isn't necessarily a poor army to win. The AI should be able to win this battle, but what the real problem is, if we head back, is what's at the very top of the description, which is to keep both your general and the allied general alive and then destroy or rout the enemy. Now, I think the AI can totally win this, but it will probably fail that victory condition unless we give them a bit of guidance, because, yeah, your allied general over here, he's going to get himself killed quite easily. So speed is of the essence, and if I've learned anything from the Battle of Teutoburg Forest, it's probably that the AI doesn't really understand these kind of extra objectives for the battle. So we'll see how this goes. It's going to be intriguing. There certainly are plenty of good troops to play with here, but can they do it or not? We will find out. We're gonna start on easy, see if they can do it, work our way up, and I'm hopeful, but I guess we'll just have to see.
Legend tells of Arthur and his knights. A man born of Roman blood, a leader, a king, a warrior who saved his people. Having fought many great battles against the Saxons, Arthur rides towards the last battle at Badon Hill. By nightfall, he will be victorious, or his kingdom will have been snuffed out. Lord Amalric, Arthur's comrade in arms, has been surrounded by the Saxons, eager to see blood spilled. If Amalric falls, Arthur is beaten. The kingdom of Britannia will never be united. The Saxons will rule all. The Alemanni, Arthur's allies, have onagers to provide covering fire. Arthur must crush the Saxons on the opposite bank and ride hard to save Amalric. Death, destruction, and the axe are all that Arthur can expect if he fails.
As we head into battle, I've noticed something very interesting, and this is really a little look behind the camera, because for editorial purposes, the video of the introduction that you saw isn't the same one that we just had for me setting this up. And what it means is that those onagers that just splattered a load of these now haven't happened. What happens in the intro video is actually the start of the battle. So about 120 men were shot down. This time I just skipped it. And now it means that, okay, no one's dead yet. That actually can make quite a significant difference. We had a similar thing at the Battle of Teutoburg Forest, where if you skip the intro, you actually somehow manage to prevent the charge of the Germanic troops in the ambush. You have a few more seconds to actually organise your troops and give them some orders. In that case, it's a bit of an advantage. In this case, it's a disadvantage because, yeah, our onagers aren't peppering these guys before we launch our attack. Very interesting. If you're wondering why I decided to skip the intro or do my editing this way, it's only simply because I just wanted to make sure the mic was off, basically, so that there wasn't any awkward background noise and it was a little bit clearer on the audio, which is all fine and sensible normally, but okay. Yeah, no onagers splatter. That's a little bit of a shame. Yeah, I will give them a fair chance and I'll let them have a free bit of splitter splatter. But I just thought I'd pause at this moment and yeah, just take in the scene and point this out to you because it's an interesting little thing to note. In we go to battle for real this time, and you can see that we have had a little bit of splatter. It might not be as much as the original video you saw, but definitely quite a few men splattered. There's also the opportunity that they could just blow up your own cavalry, but hey ho, we'll see what the AI onagers decide to do. So obviously they've used the Alemanni as the allies here. I'm not sure they would have bothered coming all the way to go and help out the Romano British here, but hey ho, this is a bit of a myth and legends kind of a battle anyway. We really don't have a huge amount of sources for it. Let's just see what everyone's going to do. So we're going to tell everyone onto AI assistants and we'll just see what they want to do. Now, I would suggest you're doing quite a good job as you were. Hopefully these guys at the very least decide to get on with it. Indeed they do. Unfortunately, what this is probably going to mean, oh, what a hit. What we're probably now going to see is these guys take way too long and our friend Almeric over there is going to get himself killed. However, yeah, I didn't check how experienced these onagers were, but they seem to be hitting an awful lot of the time. That was impressive, sir. Okay. So, the Saxons are actually wandering towards the riverfront. Now, obviously what you actually want to do here, you've got the Hounds of Coulon, just break these guys as quick as possible and really just get yourself thundering over towards the hill. Our ally over here is okay, he's looking okay. Now, the warlords might have been the worst place actually just to go and run down these hunters, but they're not going to move. They're just going to stand there and die, and these guys, when they eventually make it in, are going to cause all sorts of problems. So, okay, as we sit here towards Bath, yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to make it in time, but we'll see. We can... Oh, they actually... Levy Spearman actually ran across. That's excellent work. Okay, so the Hounds of Kulan are going mad. Unfortunately, they're not even the right side of the river, and I think that's pretty the right plan, getting them to break these guys. But that should hopefully just open up your route towards victory. But they're not moving very quickly. Damn it. Get across the river, you utter fools. Nonetheless, the Hounds of Kulan, let's watch these guys in action. Yes! Massive clubs. They are berserkers, of course. Same effective job. And they should be breaking these guys. They're in javelins and arrows, causing them probably lots of problems as well. But we are, yeah, quite vulnerable to missiles. So probably the worst decision is probably well worth actually shooting arrows into the back of your own men on this particular circumstance. But yeah, this is what you want. Get the Hounds of Kulan to do this. Everyone else thunders across, and you can go and, yeah, save your friend. There are a lot of hunters in the background over here. So yes, when we got the general's point of view, I guess the main plan that we'll have for that particular follow-up here is to... Yeah, there are a couple units of cav here at the very start, aren't there? And we'll just get these guys to just rejoin the group, actually. But yeah, we'll want a couple of those just to go and clear off these archers. And everyone else should just be able to swing on through. It should be absolutely fine to get around there in time. But we are not hurrying as the AI are. We know these Saxons have now made it, annoyingly. How is Elmeric doing? Now, he's probably taken an odd little hit. Missiles coming into these, yeah, Siltrum Spear warbands, looking rather glorious in their colours. I do like the Alemanni colours. It's quite a nice mix. Got the Pontic mix of colours, or not too far away from it. We've got Mountain Nobles here who are going to charge. Not going to do too much to the Siltrum, but they are going to clip Elmeric over here, which is a bit of a problem because it's going to draw him into the battle till he's back to the arrows. And that could start causing a lot of problems if we don't move across the goddamn river. Oh dear. This isn't looking too clever, is it? So, we are lined up. That's absolutely fine, but we need to cross them. Damn it. Now, are they technically the attackers? I think they were, in terms of... yeah, I think they were on the left, weren't they, at the start? So most likely they're technically the attackers, and we're just standing our ground, which doesn't seem like a very sensible idea when we need to keep our friend over here alive. He's on 12 right now. I don't really know how long that will last. Impressively, we have seen at least a route for the Levy Spearmen here. I guess the difficulty being on easy has helped that a tiny bit. Saxon Herf troops, who should be the swordsmen, yes, they're going to start chunking their way through, though. That is not great for them. Down to 8 now. Yeah, they're getting stuck inside those spearmen way too much. They might just get away with this because, yeah, the Saxons are actually the ones crossing the river, mostly anyway, over here. Hounds of Kulan are not going mad at the moment. Guys, do you want to, like, go mad? Go bloodlust? Anyone? I mean, this is a single-handed obstruction of the river, if ever there is one. But yeah, they're broken. They didn't actually go into bloodlust, which is a bit of a shame. They're not going to make it in time. It's down to Elmeric just to survive by himself. It looks like, actually, he might do it easy. It might just be that easy. Oh, that's interesting. Because, yeah, I did do a little test run of this on medium playing myself just a minute ago to see just how it sort of ran, remind myself of the battle and whatnot. And, yeah, certainly on medium, I did have to arrive here and save him, but on easy, interesting. Now, chasing them off is probably going to save the AI on this particular occasion. They are going to get slowly shot down, and the general, well, the Mountain Noble is just finishing off the Siltrum, or he's going to get finished off by the Siltrum. Maybe his own arrows, in fact. This warlord is not chasing him down, which is probably for the best. Elsewhere, King Arthur is not particularly being legendary here. He sent his monks into the front line, which seems a little bit mental. And he's not doing anything to save his friend, who seems to be able to, so far, save himself. The Saxons, meanwhile, are trying to push across the river. And I guess if you're trying to push across the river here, you're pushing deeper and deeper into Celtic territory. So yes, this is not good. You've let them penetrate into your land, sir. We do some British legionnaires with their magnificent capes here. They are looking resplendent if ever they were. And okay, the Saxons, they're going to lose this. That's for sure. They're not going to make it across this beachhead here. There are some archers across. Be interested to see if the hunters get shot down in a few minutes' time when the infantry finally win this. Now, I say infantry. It's going to be the cavalry that are going to win this, I'd assume, but we'll see about that. The Hounds of Kulan back in for about the 8th time because they seem to keep forgetting what they're doing. However, every time I have to re-click that, it does seem to trigger the AI to reconsider what it wants to do. So King Arthur's now going to get involved, which seems actually like a really bad idea. Unless you're going to get the routes in pretty quickly. They are wavering, so that's fine. Hopefully he won't get himself killed. There's the mass rout. Okay. That army is routing. Oh, the Warlord is routing here as well. Now, is that because Almeric's... Is easy just this easy? Wow, I mean, after the Rome Total War battles, there we are. We've saved Lord Almeric. Absolutely, we did not, sir. Alright, well, this has to be the easiest ever victory on one of these. I think we can end it there. Okay, good old Arthur, or Tordius Castus there, has killed some. Almeric pretty much saved himself. I mean, he did win his battle at the river, but it was hardly anything heroic. We'll quick look at the battle screen there, but if you've not been here before for these AI-only battles, we would, of course, rank this up, or, yeah, ramp this up, I should probably say. We'll try a medium, but I think it'll be too late for that. We will see. We begin medium in inauspicious times here. Not only the shields having lots of glitchy problems, but we also managed to burn several of our own men. And we're also going an awful lot slower. Well, we hit them once more. Yeah, we're also going an awful lot more slowly towards actually saving our friend. Oh yeah, that's because you haven't told them to do anything yet, Thomas. I was distracted by all of this nonsense. Nonetheless, we saw last time what the AI wants to do, and that is to slowly defend this and not much more than that. So at the very least, the AI has got them out of their death position here. Ooh, nice splattering if nothing else. But yeah, I just don't think Almeric's going to be able to hold this off by himself on this particular occasion. I may have cut off a good 15 seconds there of the AI's time, but I doubt it'll make much difference. We'll speed this up and we'll just see what's what. They seem to be completely ignoring the whole entire attack on the water there. Although the Hounds of Kulan at the very least are now charging across. They've actually got themselves a bit of position across the water. Excellent stuff. And yeah, I've lost control of those, as you might well imagine. On this particular occasion, I seem to have, for some reason, lost control of the camera. That's bizarre. So we'll head back over here and... Okay, we've got time, but I don't know that we're gonna have enough. But the Hounds of Kulan are going to clear a path, and that might just convince Arthur to gallop forth across the river. As the first attack on Almeric is beginning, I'm a bit concerned about this one, Arthur Kingy, because yeah, your Hounds of Kulan have all been shot down on this side of the river here, and no supporters come in. Come on, a bit of clubbing, sir. Come on, get that discotheque going. I think he's about to die, isn't he? I think he's pretty dead at this point. Yeah, down goes Steve. And with that... Okay, just chasing down a few of those guys over there. But yeah, they need to get themselves across this darn river because Almeric is going to be much, much more trouble on this occasion. The breaking is not going to happen anywhere near as easily, and he's just going to get himself chopped down to 8 already. There's no sign. They're shaken. There's no real sign of victory on this occasion. He just gets pulled into the charge. That's the problem. His position is just slightly too near these lads, and I think to win on higher difficulties, there's a break. Okay, that was the shaken one. They're now shaking. They might have just about managed to squeeze over the line, but you can see here he's down to 3. You need to be quick, even on medium, to make it over here. Easy was, of course, just stupidly easy. You don't have to do anything, but on medium, we are going to have to, unfortunately, tell Arthur what to do, which doesn't make him seem as great of a hero, but down will go his friend, and without his great ally to help him rule the kingdom, what is he going to do? Well, he's going to fall back to his Welsh lands and slowly feel sad of the Saxon invasion. And yes, Almeric here, chopping down the last. Arthur nowhere in sight, not even a gallop, not even a trot. Not even a trot. I mean, he's taken a darn good beating. He's still pretty darn eager. Actually, we do have a rout. He's routed them. Well done, sir. Okay, well, I mean, he could easily just get run down or shot down here by the arrows, but they're not actually targeting him. Interesting. I suspect he's still going to get himself killed, but well done, sir. You did better than I just played me a minute ago, you utter tit. Oh well. Yeah, we'll see how long he lasts, but I suspect Arthur isn't going to save this one, although I can currently see... Yeah, he's getting charged down. Currently see there is a bit of a battle going on over here. Yeah, we've got that particular charge across the river. It's way too late. No hands of Kulan to turn that one around this time, and... Oh, he's absolutely surrounded, sir. This is not where you want to be, you big damn hero. His shield's on fire, and down he goes. Narrowly defeated. Oh, Arthur Kingy dear. Not good enough. And with that, of course, yeah, we need to do a little bit of helping here, because that's too stark of a difference between easy and medium. I think with some very minimal guidance, maybe just literally telling the cavalry to run here, I think that will do. We'll see how the AI can deal with that particular scenario. Attempt number 2 on medium, and you can see that we have splattered our own troops with the allied onagers once again, but this time I am at least going to be sending my cavalry straight away over the river. Now, because I'm not controlling the others, I don't know where these guys are going, because I'm trying to send... We just splattered the hands of Kulan. Excellent. This is not going great, is it? Yeah, they seem confused about how to cross the river, which is a bit concerning. Where have they gone? Where are they going? So, Arthur seems to think this is the way to get over here. I said, get over here. What are they doing? Okay, I was going to say, we haven't cleared the path, so this is going to be problematic. But they don't seem to know how to actually ford the river, which seems... Wasn't expecting this to be the problem. Yeah, they refuse, don't they? They just refuse to go. Get across the river, you utter numpties. Wow, this could be going better. Okay, let's try and control this a little bit more specifically. Everyone get forward. At least we've got the counter-attack. Hands of Kulan pushing across. Let's get our cavalry over to this part of the world, and maybe. Do they want to listen to any instructions? This is so weird. They're not listening to a thing we're saying. I don't know if it's just the weird positioning. I think what might have happened is I grouped them when 2 of them were here and 2 of them up here. Or some of the units are up on that hill. So now, yeah, because that formation was locked with that weird distance, it's now thinking that to get here, we need to be over there and over there, which is why I think the cavalry went to weird positions. You would have thought, though, they'd at least have figured out a default position across the river. Okay, well, they're not grouped anymore, so there we are. That's a weird grouping. I'm gonna call that a bug. It's not great, whatever it is. Let's go and save our friend anyway. This isn't really ideal, but I'm just trying to get something to happen here. Yeah, unfortunately, we're just going to run into them because the way across the river isn't very clear at all. So let's just aim for that warlord over there. Let's just tell all the cavalry just to run. Everybody go and save Almeric. That's just great. So yeah, most of them haven't got caught up in this nonsense. And at this point, when we actually get them over to this hill here... Okay, yeah, let's just tell everyone to go and kill him. If we tell everyone to go and kill him, that's absolutely fine by me. At this stage, then, we're going to tell these guys... We're going to tell these guys to do what they want. There you are, Arthur Kingy. You can do whatever you fancy. Now, okay, with this, Almeric is in trouble, but the cavalry are here to help. So maybe they'll manage to do it. We'll just see about all of that. Now, I did send Arthur into their general at the same moment, which might be a problem, but we'll just see how it goes. They are at least managing to, just sheer numbers, smash their way through the levy spearmen over there. So at this stage, this battle is kind of redundant. It doesn't matter. It's just a matter of distracting them from the real battle. And the real battle is keeping the 2 of these leaders alive. Now, this general seems to be doing a very good job of killing us. So maybe, guys... Maybe you want to come help Arthur? Okay, Arthur's going to pull out of that one. It's interesting. Now, unfortunately, Saxon Kiel have pulled into this position. Not the worst thing if the Siltram just gets occupied. That's kind of okay, so long as it isn't the general. What's maybe more concerning is, are people running off in stupid directions? All right, they actually seem to have picked off these guys relatively sensibly. Okay, Amaric's just standing up there. Arthur got back involved again. Bit worried about that, Arthur. Not the most sensible thing. You're supposed to stay alive, but the AI doesn't know it, damn it. At this stage, our two friends are joined together, and Arthur's going off on a stupid heroic charge. I mean, not the terrible idea to charge down the hill like that and smash into these guys, but yeah, they're going to do some chunky damage once they start setting into the fight. Unfortunately, these guys are just programmed to sit on this hill, so Arthur might just get himself killed in spite of the good position we got him into. They're going to win this battle here, probably. Actually, maybe they won't. They've got a bit stuck on the beachhead here. This looks a bit problematic, doesn't it? Okay, I'm just hopefully going to continue splattering them. That would be excellent. Archers are coming in to support. Arthur's got away with that fight. He's coming back in to help his friend, dealing with the guys who charged on forward. I think they might have this, but there's still plenty of potential danger, seeing as, yeah, these generals are both down to 7 and 8. Arthur really does have a death wish. He just keeps on finding more men, and this time spearmen, to go and take down. At the very least, they are, yeah, wavering and exhausted. Almeric doesn't really want to do anything, quite frankly. I guess at the very least, he's being the goddamn hero he's supposed to be, is good old Arthur. Alright, how much help did I really give them? I didn't help them by mucking up the click information nonsense at the start, although it was a bit ridiculous. But you know what, I just told them to charge across the river and get over here. I think that's legit. The rest of it they managed to do themselves. We might, assuming they survive, give this a go on hard, see if we can do something to get the AI to win once more. Down goes their general, and with that mass rout over at the river. Don't know how they managed it, because even the Britain units are routing. Everybody's routing. We're all unified here. Excellent stuff. And there is official victory. Ah, lovely stuff. Right, we'll have a quick look at the stats and we'll have a go on hard. I reckon it could be interesting, to say the least. So yeah, let's end it there. Average victory, not as good this time. But here are the stats, in case you're interested. This time on hard then, and immediately I'm going to send my cavalry ungrouped to run across to the hill there, and we'll just see what happens. What is going on over there? That was interesting. It was like a big bright wormhole appearing out of the ground. But it's fine. We're just going to splatter our own Grail Knights as they gallop across the waterways. Excellent. Where are you going, sir? What are they doing? Okay, yes, the old crossing the river malarkey in Barbarian Invasion was sometimes interesting. So we'll just see what they can manage to do. Now, the problem with this particular approach of sending them straight across, that we're just going to run into these guys, which I really don't want to happen, but that is unfortunately the issue. Actually waiting like we did the last time, a medium, probably not the worst idea. It certainly looks like we're going to not have a huge amount of horses get through here. Okay, we've lost a fair number. Maybe they'll be alright. I don't know. Anyway, let's just get them all up to the hill here. We won't even tell them to attack this time. We'll just get them to make it to that sort of an area. To be honest, the timing could actually be better, yeah, to let that first assault from them fail and then send them. But you know what? Seems like the job is largely done. We've actually broken them surprisingly well here. So let's just get everyone into AI assistance. We've got enough of the cavalry over here at this stage. And it looks like we've accidentally kind of routed most of this army, especially with the Hounds of Kulan coming on in. So, alright, well, I didn't really tell them to do anything tactical. In fact, if anything, what I told them was pretty darn stupid. But hey-ho, they seem to be at this rate doing some sensible things, like charging into the hunters, although they're mostly just wandering and giving them a little poke in the side rather than ploughing them over. But okay, fair start here. We've now got the Warlord charging on in, but we've actually got someone to stop the charge hitting Almeric. That's much better, sir. Okay, we'll take that position in. The rest of the cavalry all deal with the hunters. Some Saxon kill coming in to cause some problems. So unless, yeah, Arthur gets himself killed stupidly, because we know he seems to be a bit of a brave bastard, yeah, we should be okay. But this is looking less than ideal. Yeah, this could be better, I think. I'm not convinced at these tactics right now. These cavalry seem to be getting distracted and moving back towards the original army. God, what is Arthur doing once again? Getting himself stuck in a battle he doesn't need to be getting into. Almeric is way too overstretched. Oh, the Alemanni are breaking this time on hard. That's not great, is it? No, I don't think the AI has got enough wits about it to pull this off on hard, has it? I might give it one more go, seeing as we're almost certainly about to lose Elmeric. Down he goes. Actually, that's the enemy general. As it happens, Arthur actually did his job, so well done to Arthur. But yeah, Elmeric is pretty much entirely surrounded. Down he goes, and victory and glory goes to the Saxons. And that is sad. We'll try one more time and see if we can do it on hard, but yeah, they seem to just be galloping around like foolish gits. Final attempt on hard then, and we're going to let this first charge across the river fail before we start running our cavalry across. So there we are. Let's get them all running at this stage. So with that job done nice and early and only a few of our cavalry splattered, we will send the cavalry to run across the river. Once again, these guys want to take a slightly ludicrous route. Not surprising, but I guess that's just the way they like to roll. So at the very least, you have the Hunter Kulan immediately opening a gap. That should make this a lot simpler. I am just going to tell these guys to plough on through whichever way it works for them. Levy Spearmen already wavering. Hopefully we'll just plough straight through them and we'll see if we can do anything. Now I do just want to get all of my men up on this hill before anything else happens, but it looks like a pretty solid start. That's about the best I can help the AI without, yeah, really just taking full control. Waiting to send them over, not really engaging the battle. These guys are all going to drown because they're utter numpties. I don't know where they're trying to get to, but I doubt it's going to work for very long. So we'll get these guys all over here and we'll just see if they can manage to hold on and defend Elmeric this time. As the initial charge of the mountain nobles comes in, our cavalry immediately decide to completely ignore their ally that they ran all the way over to deal with and go deal with some people ran away in a distant forest. Honestly, the AI has no sense of the actual objective to keep this guy alive. It just wants him to die. In many ways, it's kind of staggering with such a demand, this particular battle, that they even won on medium, let alone how easily they won this on easy. But yeah, look at this, like, without them helping, them just all ran off over there. Elmeric is not going to last long, and I think, to be honest, we can probably say that medium is as far as they're going to get here. You can win this battle perfectly fine, but Elmeric not dying, and that's where the AI is always going to struggle, so I think we can probably call it there. There we are then, the AI-only Battle of Badon Hill, and I think we've got a few tips for the General's Point of View video, which will be coming out on Thursday, so do look out for that. Now, I'm pretty confident that I know how we're going to get ourselves across the river and over to help out. I'm just intrigued to see how on very hard we might find them around a little bit more difficult to deal with. I feel confident-ish about this. It's just, the slight dodgy factor of keeping an ally alive. Yet at the very least, he does seem to largely stay in a sensible position and not get too involved. But that also means he just stands there and gets himself killed. So we will see if that works out or not next time. But for now, I will leave you. I am Thomas, this is Timelapses to Human, and this has been an AI-only historical battle on Rome's Barbarian invasion. Thank you very much, and bye-bye. Suffice to say, I could be doing a better job of, not burning down my own city. That's the kind of hit we won. Let it not be said that our Emperor doesn't lead from the very front to hack down the peasants. This is about to go horrendously wrong. It's absolutely fine. It just gives these guys a reminder to maybe aim better next time.